Well, hello. I'm Mike McCauley, and I've been teaching here at Tuality for almost 30 years. And I love Tuality. Tuality's been very good to me, and I love it very much. I love the kids, and I love the community of Tigard and Tualatin, and I'm very, very lucky to have such a good career here. Well, that said, let's talk about this year. I'm hoping for a really, really good year since it is my last year. So let's talk about this. Now, I've been told that assessment is the most important thing, and I try very, very hard to have kids do well on assessments, and I love to have every kid pass the state science test. But deep down, I really think the most important thing for me and my kids is that I build a good relationship with them, and that they do well in my class, and they learn to love science, and they learn to love learning, and they reach their goals and feel secure. If that happens, then the assessment stuff will take care of itself. All right, so let's talk about how this class will function. Um, every Monday, we'll be filling out our planners, and we'll fill it out, and you can check it. If those kids aren't filling out their planners, you got my permission to ground them or do whatever you want to do. But we're going to fill out the planners so you'll know what's going on in class. Now, if the planner's not working for you, I also have a web page, and we'll talk about that a little later, but all the stuff that we're doing also is on the web page. So you have a planner, and you also have the web page to check. Also, just a reminder, you kids, if you want to go to the potty, you need the planner because that's where the passes for the planner are. All right, or go back to your locker, of course. Also, we'll be filling out a pre and post little assessment thing. We call this bell work. We'll fill it out every day, and we'll turn it in on every Friday, unless there's a short week, and then sometimes we'll just skip it. Also, we'll be working in a packet. We turn these in about every 2-3 weeks, sometimes 4 weeks if it's a really big unit. They're usually worth about 100 points to 200 points. It keeps you organized. Bring them every day to class, and I'll let you know when they're due. And then the assessments, or what we used to call tests. They're usually about 35 question Scantron tests. There's reviews for them on my webpage. I can't tell you how important they are anymore these days. They're common between me and Mrs. Burkholz. We both use the same tests, and it shows growth and things like that and how we're doing. So they're worth about 100 points. So you can do the math. 35 questions, 100 points. I'm not a math teacher, so I'll let you work that out. Also, we have a textbook. And I'm not a super big fan of textbooks. I much prefer to do labs and hands-on activities and STEM things, but we do have them. And I'm going to keep them in my classroom so you don't lose them. Last year I didn't have any lost textbooks, so that made me very, very happy. And so we'll keep the textbooks in the classroom, we'll use them in the classroom, and then we'll put them away up on the shelf. And so that's pretty much what's going to be going on in this class. We're going to start out with science method. We're going to do some physical science units. Eventually we'll get into earth science, and then oceanography, and things like that at the end, weather at the end of towards the end of the year. It should be a great year. So good luck, do your best, and remember, when in doubt, check my webpage, and I'll talk about that in just a few seconds here. All right, good year. So here's my webpage. It's really easy to use. If you go to my webpage, you just type in Tuality McCauley, and it'll pop up. Now here are the reviews for the tests. They'll always be at the top of the web page. You should always do that right before you take this test, and I'll give you a heads up. And then if you click on one of these reviews, here's one of the reviews. This is a Kia review. I have other reviews also. There's always more than one for every test. And then if that's not working for you, you can always come down here where it says test prep, and you can find one of the reviews down here. I also have an assignment calendar, and this will show you what we're doing for the week or the week ahead. and the few days behind. And they just have links to things like my video clips. You can also go to a podcast if you'd like to listen to one of my classes. If you're gone, these are very, very helpful, so you don't fall too far behind when you're gone. And there's also video clips. Here's some video clips. There's a video clip for every lab, every activity that we do. I have over 400 video clips, so you can usually keep up by just watching the video clips. And here's one. It'll take you to a teacher tube. Sometimes a little thing will come up. You have to unblock the ad. And there you go. Tell you everything you ever wanted to know about pickle lights, for example, if you want to make one at home, for example. And again, the easiest way to get there to my webpage is Tuality Macaulay, and everything you need to be successful. Good luck. Do you love email? I love email. And if you give me your email address, just send it to me, to M. Macaulay, I will then add it to my parent email list. And I will use email to keep you informed of what's going on in my class. I'll send you an email daily, and it'll have links to the video clips for the labs. It's a great way to stay informed. It'll tell you when things are due, and give you a heads up when you should review. It's just a great way, especially for parents, to know what's going on in class. And remember, knowledge is power. So if you could, get that email address to me as soon as you can, and I'll add you to my parents' email list. You'll like it. It's a good thing.
Yeah.